I will explain to you cost of accommodation or rent, food, electricity, water, transport, and so on. And we will have two signs, this chart and this chart. As we move on, you will understand why I have two signs. Now let's go straight and start with accommodation. And hey, in case you're new here, I'm Jackie. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. Accommodation. Now accommodation is free in Oman for most employees because companies give free accommodation. All they can give allowance, you rent outside. So as I said, you'll understand why I have two signs. This one under company accommodation, this one if you opt to rent outside. So this is free, and this one most people living alone in Oman, they like rent a flat together and share the cost, and it can be as low as 50 Omani riyals. And this depends with where the flat is situated, the size, and also if you want it more fancy, of course it will be more expensive, and it can be even cheaper than what I'm saying. So I'm not giving like the exact amount, I'm talking about like average cost. So if you rent like 2-bedroom, it can be like 200 Omani riyals. If it is single bedroom or 1-bedroom, it can be like 160 Omani riyals. If it is like studio, it can be like 120 Omani riyals. If you rent together, you share, it can be as low as 50 Omani riyals, and this note it is per month. Now as I said, it is not exact, it can be more expensive or more cheaper depending with where the flat is, and also it depends with how many people are renting, because if you are like 2 people, it will be more expensive. If you are 4 of you, it will be more cheaper. Electricity. Now this sign it is free. This sign depends with the usage, how many people are in that flat, and also if it is summer, Oman is extremely hot. ACs run throughout during the summer. So if it is summer months, it will be more expensive. And these days, I think water and electricity has doubled. It is two-way expensive. But average cost will be like 20 Omani riyals. That is per month. And again, it can be less or it can be more. This depends with the usage. But approximately 20 Omani riyals. Let's move on to the next one, which is water. This side it is free. On this side it depends with the usage, just like electricity. Now in Oman, water, tap water that is, we use for like cleaning, laundry, dishes, and so on, not for drinking. So for all this you can pay like 20 Omani riyal, and it can be more or it can be less. This depends with the usage. And as I mentioned earlier, these days it has been so expensive. Let's move to cooking gas. Now cooking gas, on this side again it is free. On this side, now the most cheapest thing I have ever seen in Oman is cooking gas, comparing now to my country. Now this cylinder here, this one, it can go for 4 Omani riyals. That includes delivery and installation. So you just call them, they'll bring it in your house, they will install and everything, and you just pay 4 Omani riyals. So if you're sharing accommodation, of course it will be like 1 riyal, 2 riyal, depends with the people who are using, right? And you can use it for even 3 months. Some people use it for 4 months, depends with how you are cooking, but for sure 4 riyals per 3 months, it is good, right? It is okay. Now let's move to the next thing, which is transport. Transport, on this side it is free again, and on this side some people don't have transport cost because they rent near workplaces. And I'm focusing on people who are living alone. If you have families, most people with families, they have their own cars, and also fuel in Oman is cheap. So if you rent near workplaces, of course you will not have a cost for transport. If you are far from work and you are living outside company accommodation, you can have like a deal with taxi pickups. They have like a deal for 30 Omani riyals. So they'll a taxi will pick you in the morning to and from the work, and at the end of the month you will just pay 30 Omani riyals, and you share it because you will be picked up with other guys. You can be like 4 of you, so every month you'll pay him 30 Oman riyals, and it is a good deal. So it is fair. If you opt for the bus rides are very cheap, and they have free Wi-Fi. So they start from 300 baisa, the minimum. The maximum will be 400 baisa. And also there is another type of transport, that is online booking. So it starts with 1.5 and it will increase depending with the distance. Now about gym, I don't have any gym membership, but I do work out in the house, outside, running, walks, something like that. But if you want training with equipment, I have seen a lot of packages online. It can go like 100 Oman riyals for 1 year, that is 12 months. And there is also package for 6 months, 3 months, 1 month. So it can be expensive than what I'm saying. It can be less than what I'm saying, depending with the gym, depending with also the location, and also depending with if you want like normal gym workouts, you go there, you do your thing, or you want like with the instructor, you want private sessions. If you take 6 months, it will be more expensive. I saw like 70 Oman riyals 6 months, and 3 months I have seen 50 Oman riyals. 1 month I'm not sure. I'll write it here when I'm editing. I remember it is not exact. It can be more expensive, more cheaper, depending with the gym and depending with where it is situated, and depending with if you want private session, if you want instructor, and so on. Let's go to the next one. Internet or Wi-Fi. Now this goes on both sides. It is not free on this, neither is it on this. Now the most common package is unlimited package, which goes like 28 Oman riyals, that is per month. If you are staying together, of course you will share costs, it will be more cheaper. But if you are staying alone, it will be 28 Oman riyals. That is the most common package, which is unlimited. And there is another package, I think 30 Oman riyals. So sometimes it depends with also the provider, but that is the average cost of Wi-Fi in Oman. So drinking water. So drinking water is like Wi-Fi, it goes on both sides. It is not free on this, neither is it on this. Like 20 liters gallon, you'll pay 1 Oman riyals, and this includes delivery. Now if you opt to go to buy yourself, it can be like 800 paisa, but if it is delivery, it is 1 Oman riyals, that is. And if you're alone, you can use it for some time. It is a good deal. I think I mentioned earlier that tap water, we use it for like food preps, laundry, cleaning, and so on. Let's go to the next one, which is the most important food. So there are few things which I do which minimizes my cost of food. So what I always do in a month, I will buy in bulks and I will concentrate when they have sale. So I'll make one big shopping in a month. Of course, non-perishable items, other perishable items I'll buy like weekly. So I'll concentrate on that, and I end up always like saving half the amount. Toiletries, like cooking oil, most of these items, they're always on sale most of the time. So if I find they have sale, I'll buy and keep. And after 1 month, you will find most of the item I still have. So I will just hand some few items. So I always save a lot of money, like half the amount. That's what I have seen. Half the amount if I buy in bulks, and that is for non-perishable, as I said, because perishable items, of course, you'll have to buy few. That is for weekly usage. So another thing, I always avoid buying unnecessary, unhealthy items. That is for eating. And what a sad way to live. I'm not saying you cannot buy like nice things to eat when you go out or something, but I always minimize buying of unnecessary things, that is. So because of minimizing buying unnecessary things, I always end up saving money as well. So in a month I can spend, let's say 50 to 60. Sometimes it can be less, sometimes it can be half, but average is 50 to 60. And remember, I live alone, so if you have family, of course it will be more. And again, it depends with the individual lifestyle. I always cook, so for sure I'll end up saving money. These are just the things I do to minimize the cost of food, because now in Oman also the cost of food is like high. It is not like before. Now we have value added tax. Before there was no tax. Even it's not about the tax, for sure the cost has gone up, so we have like to look for the ways to lower the cost, right? Now what about if you want a job, or you are asking, how can I get a job in Oman? How can I search? Where can I search? How do I apply? Well, I made a video step by step explaining how, where to apply for these jobs and what kind of jobs also. So I have linked it here. You can click here and watch that video. Thank you so much, guys. Let's call it a wrap. I appreciate your time. If you want more of these videos, you can subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it, and if you have any question, comment down below. Thank you again, and let's meet in the next video. It's bye bye for now.